Today I'll be explaining this interesting concept of the depressing fact of achieving everything in your daydreams and that's in your real life. So what happens is with most daydreamers is because you dread real life, because you dread chasing those goals in real life, because you dread approaching that crush in real life or applying for that job or finishing that assignment in real life. What normally happens is you may tend to create scenarios in your head where you are achieving these goals. So you may achieve your career goals, become the top CEO in this imaginary company, have this girlfriend or boyfriend who doesn't betray you, like who's just there for you, taking care of you all the time, and all those things. Have this family. So it's just a world which is like an ideal world for you, like a world where you're not getting hurt. But now what happens is you create this world so much to the point where like like it's so nice and it's so colorful and it's so enjoyable, but now the real life is not getting better because you are investing a lot of time, a lot of energy in an imaginary world, and you are neglecting the same things you're supposed to achieve in real life. So it's feeding you with this illusion that you've achieved it in imaginary world. Like you've achieved, it's giving you this illusion that you've achieved something in the imaginary world. So when you come back to real life, it gives you the illusion that you've done something, and that's why it can get depressing sometimes, because when you come back to real life, you really see the contrast. Like when you compare your real life and the imaginary world, when you compare the relationships you have in real life, you might not be having any friends. You might just be having online strangers who you don't even know their real names because they are using Reddit handles. Those may be your only friends, but in real life you don't have any friends. Your family are not even listening to you. They might also be scolding you for your behavior. They might be telling you do this, do that, like study, get a job. Like they're not really caring for you. So when that happens, of course you'll feel depressed. You will feel that actually real life is a mess, and it all started with you building and investing in an imaginary world. So that's why it can be so stressful when you achieve a lot of goals in the imaginary world, but in real life you are achieving nothing. So the best place to start is don't compare. Like you don't really need to compare your imagination with real life. That can at least ease you or give yourself that hope that actually it's real life and things don't have to go your way and things will not go as smoothly as it is going in the imaginary world. So don't really compare, or don't allow yourself to compare the aspects of your imaginary world with your real life, because if you compare you will become really stressed and you'll become very anxious, and when you become anxious again, what happens? You end up throwing everything away in real life and going back to the imaginary world. So instead of comparing, take one step at a time in real life. Do that simple thing in real life, even if it's brushing your teeth. Just be grateful and say, like, at least I'm doing something, instead of really thinking that, really wanting those goals you've achieved in imaginary world to happen in real life in this instance or immediately. If you look at it that way, if you want them to happen immediately, of course you'll be very stressed. You'll end up not doing anything. But if you just know that there's a difference between your imagination and real life, then that at least can ease these feelings of being hard on yourself. Hope that makes sense, guys. Until next time, have a nice day.